There is honestly nothing worse than finishing a long recording session, exporting the final file, and then realizing you left a loud fan on in the background. Oh, that annoying hum or constant rumble that you totally ignored while you were in your creative flow can absolutely ruin an otherwise perfect clip. The good news is that it is definitely fixable, but the mildly frustrating reality is that fixing it the old school way takes a massive amount of time. So today, I want to walk you through the traditional manual method, highlight the pitfalls you might hit, and then offer a faster shortcut. I want to show you how to get your content out there much faster without feeling like I'm trying to sell you some weird infomercial product. Picture this. You just recorded an amazing two-person interview where you were totally vibing, but there is this subtle, annoying fan noise underneath the whole conversation. When you play it back, it sounds like you're asking, how do you get it out to more people? While a constant, low-frequency hum plays in the background. The classic move most creators make is opening up a free audio editor like Audacity to try and surgically remove that background noise manually. If you are using Audacity, the standard workflow starts by finding a short section of the recording that should be perfectly silent. You need to carefully select that tiny snippet of silence to tell the software what the unwanted background noise profile actually sounds like. Then you select the entire track, go back to the noise reduction effect, and start messing with those 3 complex knobs. You have to tweak the amount of reduction, the sensitivity, and the frequency band control to try and get the noise out without killing your audio. The first pass often removes a lot of the fan hum, but it frequently messes with the natural character of the voices in the clip. If you crank the settings too high, the voices start to sound muffled, or like they were recorded inside of a tin can. It is really a delicate game of balance, where doing too little leaves the noise, and doing too much ruins the audio quality completely. In practice, I usually try a higher setting to clear the bulk of the noise first, and then I dial it back to preserve the natural tone. There are other cool tools in Audacity too, like the click removal feature, which is great for those tiny mouth clicks people make when speaking. You also have the noise gate, which acts like an on-off switch that makes anything quieter than a certain threshold completely disappear. That sounds amazing for removing background noise during pauses, but it can make the audio sound really choppy if the gate closes too fast. You end up having to tweak the attack and release settings just to avoid that unnatural chattering effect where words get clipped. Audacity does a totally respectable job for a free tool, but it requires a lot of patience, trial, and error to get it right. If you are just doing one-off projects, that is fine. But it becomes a massive bottleneck if you are producing multiple episodes weekly. Manually cleaning every single clip, especially when you are repurposing long streams into dozens of short snippets, just isn't sustainable. That is where modern tools come into play, offering automatic cleanup to normalize levels, or remove breath sounds the second you upload. I have tried other platforms before, which are very streamlined and great if you are primarily focused on podcast-style audio work. However, those are often audio-first products, and they can get pretty expensive if you are on a tight budget or need heavy video editing features. Now, let's talk about Vizard, because I know that's the tool you really wanted to hear about today. Vizard isn't just another noise reduction plugin. It is built specifically to solve the creator problem of turning long content into short clips fast. Think about that long, 90-minute stream with 15 different moments you want to turn into shareable content. You could spend an hour manually cleaning that in a DAW, or you could let Vizard approach the problem from a totally different angle. Vizard automatically scans your long video and intelligently finds the moments that are actually likely to perform well on social media. That saves you from scrubbing through hours of raw footage just to find those small moments of gold for your audience. Once it identifies those clips, you can edit and refine them directly in the platform without bouncing between different apps. But what about that annoying fan hum we started with? And can Vizard actually help with that audio issue? Vizard helps in 2 ways. First, by surfacing multiple candidate clips, it often finds cleaner takes where the noise is less obvious. Second, it does basic cleanup and loudness leveling on the fly, which removes common background hiss so your clip sounds polished immediately. You might still use a pro editor for surgical, frequency-based work, but for the vast majority of clips, this built-in cleanup is plenty. When you compare this to audio-only platforms, they don't help you chop a huge video into 20 viral-ready clips and schedule them. Vizard's scheduling and content calendar features let you set your posting frequency and push your clips live on a consistent timetable. For creators trying to scale their distribution, that combination of auto-editing and scheduling is absolutely priceless. Here is my real-world checklist. Upload your long-form video to Vizard and let the AI scan for those high-engagement highlights. Review the clips, pick the ones that feel punchy, and make simple edits like trimming or caption adjustments right there in the browser. If a clip still has a bit of noise, replace it with another candidate from the same section or use a quick external fix. Finally, use the content calendar to batch manage across platforms so you aren't doing any manual uploads. The bottom line is that Audacity is an amazing tool if you need granular, free control for specific audio fixes. But it is very time-consuming, and other automated tools are great for pure audio, but they lack the clip creation features you need. Vizard sits in the sweet spot for creators who need rapid clip generation and decent cleanup to get content out without burnout. If you are trying to scale, you want tools that let you focus on your ideas rather than the minutia of editing waveforms. Go try it on your next upload. See how much time you save letting the AI find clips and schedule them for you. If you want more hands-on tutorials on noise reduction settings or Vizard's logic, hit me up and I'll break it down. For now, go check your exports, and if you find a fan hum, you know your options: manual, specialized, or the faster workflow. I will catch you in the next one.